Today I'm going to be talking about a topic that I see pop up so often, and I've seen it pop up basically since I got started with video content, which was like years ago. And that is the question of, should I niche down? So I'm just going to tell you my opinion about it, and that is, yes, you should niche down, but not in a way that you think you should. And I'm going to get into that here today. So I think when we talk about this idea of like niching down and then we think about it, we just think about talking about literally the same thing like over and over and over and over again. And there has been some people that's been wildly successful with that. Like, for example, I remember hearing the story of a lady that was doing like reviews or something on pop sockets, and she just kept doing it over and over again, and that's how she built her audience and her channel. But then eventually, with some of these people, what happens is they eventually end up saying, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm tired of talking about the same subject, and I'm just like not passionate about it anymore. So I'm going to give like a few different ways that you can combat this. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is pick a very broad topic that you can go really in depth with. So for example, my topic is video. So there's like so many different ways I can break that up. If you're not sure what you want your topic to be, I want you to think about your unfair advantage. And to explain what an unfair advantage is, this is basically something I've been leaning more into. I've heard like a few other bigger YouTubers talking about it. And it's basically something that you have a leg up on over like other people. Now, some people might call this a gift, a talent, something that you're really good at, something that you're advanced in. It may be something that you were doing for years. It may be, even a business that you started. And basically, you're going to want to make sure that with this topic that you can talk about it all day. Like, what's that one thing that, when someone asks you a question about it, you can just go on for hours. That's how you find that. So again, using me as an example, I went to film school, and while I was in film school, I also did freelancing on the side with video, and I was also an after school educator. So while I was freelancing doing videos, teaching elementary school kids stuff, I really honed my skills in video. I've honed my skills in teaching people things and really breaking things down so even a 5-year-old would understand it. And yeah, over the years, I've just developed all of these video skills. So now my channel is about video and all the different things you can do with it. Now, once you find your broad topic, that's your unfair advantage, you're going to want to break it down into small little niche topics that all relates to this one topic. For example, mine is a video again, so there's so many ways I can break that down. I can do video marketing, I can do video editing, repurposing from video content, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. There's just so many different ways that I can go about that, right? This way, I never really get bored of talking about video because there's so many different ways I can go about it and so many subtopics that I can reach into. Now, arguably, the reason why you first want to niche down in this way, or at least, have a similar pool of topics that you're talking about, is you want to be known for something. If someone is coming to your page and, they see you're talking about like three different topics. So maybe you have a video on healthcare, and this is a wild example. Maybe you have another video with like your family reunion, and then the next one you have a podcast about scaling your business. Like, if they come to your page and they see all these different topics, they're going to get overwhelmed, and they're not going to be quite sure why they should follow you. They're going to get quite overwhelmed, and they might actually leave. Now, this is just when you're starting to post video content. Once you get the ball rolling and you have an audience and they know what you do, then you can start going off into like other things and your other interests and showing them more about your life and stuff like that. And then the last thing that you're going to do is actually think about your audience. What do they struggle with? What can you help them with? What questions are they asking you? This is also going to help you guide your content. And then with your subtopics, what you're going to want to do is create series with them. So, for example, if you look on my YouTube page and you see all of my videos are separated into series. One of my favorite series is my repurposing series. I go into like 5 different ways that you can repurpose different type of videos. And then the last video that I have in that series shows you how to, basically create 24 pieces of content from one long form piece of content, bringing all of those videos together. When you do series, instead of going from like one topic to another, you can see what's actually working for your channel, what your audience is actually enjoying, what's getting the most engagement. It's kind of hard to follow that when you're doing like a video on different topics every single week. So yeah, let me know what you think. Do you have a niche? Do you not want to niche down at all? What do you think about the process that I just talked about? And yeah, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you next week.